everyone, it's Joanne and I'm back with another Tiffany Tutor video for you guys. Today I decided to use one of the images from the Snowglobes set, and I wanted to show you how I did this and how I colored it. So if you can kind of see this image, it is a snow globe, and I used glossy accents over the top and let it dry overnight to create the snow globe effect. So let me show you how I colored the image with this piece right here. So I'm going to zoom in and see if this works for you guys. Let me see how I zoom in. The way I have my camera set up, I just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So anyway, I started off with coloring the trees first, and I colored the background tree a darker color than the foreground tree. So for the background tree, I used just two colors, YG97 and YG95. So I started off with a dark one, and I went around and just kind of laid down some shadows. It's such a super small area to cover that I didn't get super duper picky with it, but it takes a little patience because the area is so super small, and there are some areas that you have to pay attention to when you're coloring because you may go over the line a little bit. But like I said, I wasn't stressing out too bad about it. So that was the YG97, and then I took the YG95 and just kind of started to work that and blend that in to the background tree. After I laid down the, I wasn't sure what it would look like when I used the glossy accents on top. So I colored the first image yesterday, and I decided to put the glossy accents down and see what would happen with it, and I was actually quite pleased with the results. If you could see, like, it's super shiny, and it's actually it gives it a little bit of dimension because it laid down like kind of a thickness. I don't know if you can see that, but it did. So I colored this background tree. The foreground tree, I used three colors. I used my favorite greens, YG17, YG07, and YG03. So I used the darkest first and laid down my shadows again anywhere I thought that the tree would cast shadows on the leaves, especially toward the bottom of it. Uh-oh, my daughter's calling. I gotta hurry. Anyway, YG07 is next. And I start to blend that in. My daughter is in this phase of always wanting to know where I am, and it's hard for me to get away to just get some me time in. Here's YG03. And if you can hear her now, she is crying. She actually doesn't know I'm home. I went to go get my hair done, and I snuck in the house and ran upstairs to film this video really, really quickly. So I'm using the YG03 just to blend it all in and get the colors down. These three colors are my favorite greens. I use them a lot for, I think I've mentioned it before, grass and leaves, and just as a complement to pink, which is a favorite color combo of mine, green and pink. So those are the three I used. And then for the bench, I think for the what did I use? Sorry. For the bench, I use E47 and E44. The bench was challenging because it had some areas where I wasn't sure how it would look and where the shadows would cast, but I kind of just went with my gut and made the shadows toward the center, or the light part, the light part of the middle of the bench. So here's E44. I don't know if you guys know this, but sketch markers, this ring, you'll see it doesn't have it on this side, but this dark ring tells you that this is the sketch side, the pointy side, on the sketch markers anyway. Okay, I gotta hurry up because my daughter is gonna freak out knowing that I'm home and she's gonna interrupt my video in a minute and I don't want to redo this. So I also use the E44 for the tree trunk and the posts of the bench. Okay, and then I use Y15 for the star. I always do that. And for the snow, B40s. Cast a shadow and a little tint to it. And I think I used a little bit of C0 as well, just to not make it so blue. And then I used C0 right here at the little glare part of the globe. So then for the base of the snow globe, I used, I started off with we're going to use 3 colors, sorry. R27, wait, let me start with this one. R29, sorry, R27 and R24. I'm going to start off with the darkest first. And I color the darkest going into the center. Trying to concentrate because I don't want to go outside the lines. And I did the bottom. Okay, and then I bring the E27 into the center. So these 3 are my favorite reds. They give the richest red in my opinion. I'm really super just concentrating on not to color in the lines, which I just did just now. But it's hard because I have the camera tripod in my way and I don't want my big head in the frame. So I'm just kind of getting it as best as I can. Okay. Then I use the R24 to blend it all together. These 3 work the best together and they blend really good together. As you can see, I'm going outside the line, but it's alright. People love the cards, even with its imperfections. So this little badge here and the lines I colored with 3 yellows. So it's Y17, Y15, and Y13. So I did the same thing, colored the darkest and going into the center. Just to make it look like the snow globe base is popping out, or giving it a little bit of dimension, or as best as I can with it, to make it look like more rounded toward the front. And I take the E15 and blend that in. And even when I blend, see that red that I had accidentally went over the line with, it kind of just blended it in. So So like I said, any imperfection, I think people who receive these cards just, they don't mind. They're not going to point out the fact that I went over the line or whatever. But then take the E13, go over the center. Alright. I wasn't sure how to make the snow globe dimensional, but I took my C0 and kind of just gave it a little shadow around the bottom part of the globe and kind of tapered it toward the upper part. And then I took this and made a thin line around to make it pop from the white background paper. Okay, and then it'll be 4 zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0. And I did the same thing. I went over it again. Finally, to make the little gloss, I use my Glossy accents. And the problem I have sometimes with Glossy accents is the tip gets super gunky and it clogs up. So I take my pokey thing. I usually have a gunky or pokey thing, but I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers pokey thing and just poke through it, just to break the gunky crap out. Makes my pokey thing all nasty, but whatever. And then I laid a thin layer of Glossy accents all around. This bottle of Glossy accents is super old. Maybe that's another problem that I have. But I just lay down a thin layer of Glossy accents, but make it an even layer because you don't want it to have like bubbles or weird things. I think another thing you can do is probably like put some glitter in the, mix it with the Glossy accents or something to make it look, gosh, this is hard. Kids, don't try this at home and using like a, I think this is like a 5-year bottle of Glossy accents. So, anyway, I'm just trying to get it even so I can show you guys what I did. Let's see. Okay, see a little hole, an air pocket. I'm just trying to get all the pockets out. There. Did I get everything? That's it. Okay, so that's what that looks like. It makes it look hazy, but it will dry up clear. I guarantee you it'll dry up clear. But that is my tutorial image for today. See how pretty that looks? I guess over here you could stamp a sentiment, or you could probably handwrite something in here and personalize it. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but it'll look awesome. I really like how this came out. And I'll just wait for a few hours for this to dry. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed my video today. Stay tuned for more videos in a couple weeks, and I will talk to you soon. Happy holidays. Thanks. Bye.